All right, today we're putting two heavy hitter antioxidant supplements in the ring for a real head to head battle: grape seed extract versus green tea extract. This is going to be the supplement showdown.
So, what's it going to be? Where does all that antioxidant power really come from? Is it hidden away inside a tiny, bitter grape seed? Or is it all packed into a simple green tea leaf? Well, we're about to find out. That's right, we are breaking down the science behind these two absolute powerhouse plant extracts. We're going to see how they stack up in the areas that you really care about, from heart health and brain function all the way to metabolism.
Okay, so first things first, let's meet our contenders. We need to get properly introduced to these two before we see what they can really do.
So, in this corner, we've got grape seed extract, or GSE. And yeah, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a super concentrated extract made from grape seeds. And those seeds are absolutely loaded with powerful antioxidant compounds. And in the other corner, we have green tea extract, or GTE. This is basically a concentrated form of the very same leaves you'd use to brew green tea. But here, you're getting a really potent dose of its best stuff, especially a family of antioxidants called catechins. So what is it that gives these extracts their punch? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the unique active compounds that make each one of them so powerful. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because this is where we see their star players. For grapeseed extract, its power really comes from something called proanthocyanidins, or just OPCs for short. But for green tea extract, the main active ingredient is a specific catechin called, and this is a mouthful, epigallocodin 3-galate. Let's just call it ECGC. These two molecules are the ones doing all the heavy lifting. All right, introductions are done. Now it's time for the main event. Let's see how these two actually compare when we look at different health benefits.
Kicking things off with a big one: heart health. Both of these supplements have a huge reputation in this area, but you'll see they go about it in slightly different ways. When it comes to grapeseed extract, the research on blood pressure is, well, it's pretty impressive. A huge review of 16 different studies found that on average, GSE dropped systolic blood pressure, that's the top number, by just over 6 points. That's significant.
Green tea extract, on the other hand, kind of attacks heart health from a few different angles. First, it helps your blood vessels relax, which improves blood flow. That process is called vasodilation. And it also helps protect your LDL, or bad cholesterol, from getting damaged. And that is so important because that damage is a key step in plaque buildup in your arteries. Okay, let's move on to round 2, brain health. Can these antioxidant powerhouses help protect our most important organ as we get older? Grapeseed extract is showing some real promise here. Those compounds we mentioned earlier, the flavonoids, are thought to be neuroprotective. In fact, in lab studies, a component of GSE was shown to block the formation of beta amyloid. Those are the sticky protein clumps linked with brain aging. Better yet, a human study on 111 healthy older adults found that taking it daily for 12 weeks actually improved their attention, language, and memory. Now, green tea extract has a secret weapon here. Its star player, EGCG, can actually cross the super protective blood-brain barrier. That is a huge deal. It means it can get into the brain to do its work. And while the research is still developing, the potential is definitely there, especially when it's combined with L-theanine, which is another cool compound you find in tea. All right, for our final round, we're tackling a big one: metabolism and weight management. This is probably one of the most popular reasons people look at these supplements in the first place. And in this category, green tea extract comes out swinging. It is the clear frontrunner. One massive meta-analysis found a direct link between taking GTE and seeing some modest but definitely significant weight loss. We're talking about 2.8 pounds over a 12-week period. So what's the secret sauce here? How does it work? Well, it's this really cool 1-2 punch. First, the caffeine that's usually in GTE gives you a boost of adrenaline. Then the EGCG from the green tea steps in and blocks the enzyme that normally gets rid of that adrenaline. So what's the result? More adrenaline hangs around for longer, keeping your metabolism fired up and helping you burn more fat. It's pretty clever. Okay, before we get to the final verdict, we absolutely have to talk about safety. No comparison is complete without it. Both of these are generally safe for most people, but there are some really important precautions you need to be aware of. And the things to watch out for are a little different for each one. For grapeseed extract, the main thing is that it can lower blood pressure and act as a blood thinner. So if you're on meds for that, you have to be cautious. With green tea extract, you need to think about the caffeine if you're sensitive to stimulants, and there's a small potential risk for liver stress, but that's typically at really high doses over a long time.
The bottom line, always a good idea to chat with your doctor before starting anything new. So, after 3 rounds of competition, who gets the trophy? Who takes the crown? Let's break down their strengths one last time to help you figure it out.
So if your number one goal is supporting healthy blood pressure, grape seed extract is a real standout. The evidence there is just really strong. It's also great for overall circulation, and there's some exciting new research on its protective effects for your organs, skin, and even your bones. And what about green tea extract? Well, its trophy case is pretty full too. Its biggest win is definitely for boosting metabolism and supporting fat loss. But it also provides fantastic heart support, and of course, that unique ability for its key compound to get into the brain is a really promising feature.
So, what's the final verdict? You've probably figured it out by now. There isn't one single winner here. The best supplement isn't about which one is better in a vacuum. It's about which one has these specific strengths that line up with your personal health goals.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. Remember, supplements are tools. They're not magic bullets. So instead of asking which one is best, the real question you should be asking yourself is, what health goal am I training for? Because your answer to that question will tell you who your champion is.